Good morning, my many friends. Welcome to another episode of Early Birds. Didn't get the I didn't get my Early Birds episode loaded up early so that anybody would be prepared so that they could mark it and be ready, but that's all right. I know also that it's early, and I also know that people can take 5 or 10 minutes in a day at any point and go back and watch these short early bird episodes, which I really like that. Sort of their intent. They're really great for sharing. So please feel free to share on Facebook or wherever it is that you share videos, and like this video and subscribe if you're not subscribed to my channel. We do live sales every Tuesday evening. We're part of the Tuesday Evening Bunch on YouTube. Um, our shows are at 4:30 Pacific time, so 7:30 Eastern for our live sales on Tuesdays. This week I'll also be on Sandy and Otto Trisha's live sale Saturday evening at 7 o'clock Pacific. So that's late evening for you on the East Coast. Tonight, I wanted to talk a little, or this morning. Tonight, I'm already passed through the whole day and the sun isn't even up yet. This morning, I'd like to talk a little bit about good leadership, being a good leader. And a good leader, one of the things that I've learned over my many years is that a good leader takes half as much credit as they're due and twice as much blame. So if you ever pitched an idea or mentioned something in a brainstorming session, and then 2 weeks later, your boss has taken that idea and run with it, and it's getting talked about amongst the higher ups, the action plan's getting put into place, it may just get off the ground. Perhaps you should feel flattered that your idea is getting attention. You're so smart, you have such good ideas, the company's going to be better because of your idea. Yet you just feel somehow defeated because you're not really part of it. Maybe nobody even knows that it was your idea. And what's it really going to do for your career? Likely it's going to just add a bunch of extra work to your desk, and you won't even get credit for it. The best leaders would have the employee who first voiced the idea actively involved in solidifying a plan, pitching it, working it up, presenting it. This allows that employee some visibility. It promotes them as an idea person and someone actively working to build the company. It exposes them to higher level people in the company, gives opportunity, gives a chance to learn and grow. And this is not a political channel. And I will reference political figures on both sides of the aisle. But Ronald Reagan was well known for lifting up people around him. He explained many times that a person doesn't rise to the presidency because of himself. He's lifted up to the presidency by many, many people around him who support him and push him to that pedestal. And the same is true in an office setting. As a leader, you may think you need to shine. You need credit for the things that your team accomplishes. After all, you were the one leading them to their great successes. But no, when the credit is given to the team, to the ones who had the idea and did the work, it'll be obvious to everyone that they were successful in part because of good leadership. And you don't need to point it out. You will get backhand credit as a good leader by giving all of the credit where it's due. In college, I worked at a swimming pool for King County. I had a pool manager who was really excellent at this. She was very experienced. She was a great leader. She was actively involved in everything that happened at the pool. And she was in charge of a constantly evolving ragtag group of gave credit to us. And she was way above us. She was experienced. She was an adult. We were just a bunch of kids. But she listened, and she truly delegated things to us. And she allowed us to try out new ideas and new programs. I had the idea of a water walking program, which was kind of an offshoot of our water aerobics, but a little bit lower impact for some of our older patrons. And it was a brand new idea. She let us try it, and it was great. It turned out to be a really fun program. But when something was a success, it was broadcast around all the pools in the county. There were a bunch. And she pushed the praise down. She gave us more credit than we were due. and we pushed her up where other pools struggled to keep employees and struggled to get people to do the basic duties of like scrubbing the locker rooms. Our pool was spotless, and we had long-term employees that were there longer than they probably should have been. I think that we had more people move up within from our pool to management of other pools and that kind of thing than any other pool did. And um, they had instructors that were all over the board, but our pool, we held each other to a higher standard and we shared ideas on how to be better. And it was because of her quiet leadership. She never pointed at herself. She never tried to lift herself up. She lifted us up, and she held a high standard. But because of it, we pushed her up, and more members of her staff went on to have careers in the county than any other. And I appreciate that beautiful example of Tracy Alexander. I thank her today for her good leadership. And she pushed us hard, but she lifted us up. And because of it, we lifted her up. And I'll never forget her because of her high standards. And she took half as much credit and twice as much blame as was due to her. It's terrific advice. It works in an office, it works in a family, works in any and every workplace, works in a church, even works in politics. So that's the advice for today. As a good leader, take half as much credit and twice as much blame as you are due. And this morning we have an early bird available for you. Here he is. This is just a little, he's a tiny little planter. And he's this little, I don't know if he's a woodpecker. He kind of looks like a kookaburra or something. I don't know. He's some funny little bird. And it's that beautiful blue, tealy blue color. I don't know. It's unmarked, so I don't know who made this. But it's in good shape, has no chips or cracks. It has limited crazing. I mean, it is older, but it's not like super crazed. In fact, I don't see any crazing on it. It's kind of a little bit heavier. It has more of the feel like of a Royal Copley. I mean, it's not Royal Copley, but it has sort of that feel. Substantial, nice, good glaze. Its little eyes, I think its eyes are cold painted, and they're both on there. And other than that, he's just teal blue. And he is $9 if you want him. Just send me an email. Good morning, Gritty Gret. How are you? It's good to see you. I'll add my email to the bottom here, skunkyjunksean@gmail.com. If you want this little guy, just send me an email and we'll hook you up with him. $9 for the little bird planter. He's little. So hope you have a really, really wonderful day. Hope that these little inspirational Thursday morning chats are a help to you and help you get your day going well. Have a really, really, really wonderful rest of your week and a good weekend ahead. I will see you on Trish's channel on Saturday.